So this may be a short stream depending on whether or not it stays on long enough. I switched out my perk loadouts. Wait. 250? Alright, look. So I have this at 3, body condition at 2, and blood capacity at level 3. Both are simultaneously stamina for attack and as well as blood for attack and defense. So, and I am not gonna just die just because I run out of blood. So my blood and stamina bar is bound to be both bigger than my health, and that means I would need to be very much more cautious and with my health. And I did level a tiny bit. I also roamed around. Well, I got a tiny bit of XP because I roamed around a bit, and I found some woman widow. I didn't help her though, because I really couldn't. I'm hoping this stream is long enough to at least get one mission in. Milton sells guns, which is very helpful.
I'd like to see your goods.
Wise choice, Dr. Reed. A reliable gun's what everybody needs these days.
And I upgraded my stake, which I probably was seeable. This, it seems very good. Doherty. Double-barreled shotgun possessed by Milton Hex, probably obtained as payment from a soldier. This will make it do 500 damage. That's an awful lot of damage. And you're able to upgrade it to like level 2 again, I'm pretty sure. Seems like you are.
Good evening.
I want to see if I can sell some stuff to him.
Goodbye.
Oh, never mind. Oh.
Good evening.
Good evening, Doctor.
I'd like to see
Wise choice, Doctor.
Nothing. Good.
I cannot enter. Hello again, Dr. Reed. I feel better already. Can I go soon? Goodbye, Mr. Hampton. We'll talk again later. It's locked, all right.
Alright, I'm still trying to figure this out a bit. Because I did go this route when I was off stream. I didn't go this far though. Didn't know I could go this far.
Over there! There's one of them vermin! Over there! There's one of them vermin!
It's locked.
Let's... Yeah!
That's ungodly reach. I don't even... Why? That's too far to reach. That's literally two whole midgets worth of distance. Like, come on. Alright, I'm leaving the sewers. This is stupid. I am not doing this today. I already died multiple times, so wait one second, I'm checking something now. Alright, cool. But yep, that's super stupid. I am annoyed. Second loading screen. The enemies are way too high leveled. Like, it's way too hard to even try to fight them. Only enemies I can fight are the level 7 and 6s at the morgue, at the Pembroke, well, at the Pembroke morgue. So. Other than that, I'm always going to get screwed over by use good combat skills, but honestly, I only pull those out whenever I get super annoyed.
Did you hear me?
I cannot enter.
Alright. My anger is unparalleled. Recovering stamina. Loot. Get all the blood in the world from this single idiot. I use one of my abilities on you. I'm just looping him into the same animation. I'll finish him off. The scowls are the most annoying part about this game, it seems. That was the best blink I ever did. I want to shoot one all the way from up here. 1 second. Nope, can't do that. Well, the stream lasted this long, so I guess I'll do main mission now. Oh, nurses, okay.
I have wasted too much energy for so little result.
Good
evening, Dr. Reed.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
She has a cold. What medicine do I have? I think I only have medicine for... 1 second. What medicine do I have? Inventory. Medicine. For headaches. Got a cold. You got fatigue. You got fatigue. Anybody just have a headache that I could finish? Oh my. Okay, I'm gonna go up to my room. I'm gonna try making a cure for fatigue and a cold. Because I at least want my district to be healthy. Because this is my main district and having it be cold would be the worst. Hopefully the quality isn't that bad. Treatments. I need to make a treatment for fatigue, which I could easily do. I need potassium permanganate. There's a lot of people with fatigue, so I'll make it. Okay, I have 4, good. In treatment for cold, I need potassium permanganate, which I could just go outside for. Opium. Okay, it's not on this side, I know that for a fact. I need to go to the other merchant, which is on the other side of the hospital. 1 second, I gotta figure out how to get to the other side of the hospital decently quick. Like, okay, found it. That's pretty quick.
It's locked, all right. Good evening, Dr. Reed.
A shade.
Of course. It's just...
Potassium. I think there's only like 1. Oh wait, I need a cell. That scares me over. How much? I'd rather just break those down for glass. These are valuable. Okay, I have like 31 of these. I'll sell. I need to make like one medicine, which I need one more of that. Oh, okay, good. Thank you, sir. Okay, now go this way. Up the stairs. Also, stamina allows me to run further. So, I just need to be a lot more wise in combat with my stamina. Which I'm usually not, because I like to attack a lot. Alright. Let's see what I could do. Treatment for cold. I'm gonna be the best doctor. Okay, fatigue. You have a cold, Pepper. Or Pippa, Pepper.
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
No, I'm just gonna call her Nurse Hawkins.
Do you need medical help yourself, Nurse?
I'm afraid I've contracted some illness, Dr. Reed.
Not under my watch, Nurse. Take this. You'll feel better.
Thank you, Dr. Reed.
Huh.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Oh, that gives me XP. Fatigue. Go inside for that one. Fatigue over there too. There's a lot of fatigues. That's why I crafted so much.
It's locked, all right.
Mother suffering from fatigue.
Good evening, Doctor. How is my son doing?
Do you require medical attention as well, Mrs. Goswick?
Do you know you're the only one who's asked me this? I don't feel well, actually.
Despite what you think about this place, I can tell you with absolute certainty, taking this will help you recover.
Well, at least your reputation seems well deserved. Unfortunately, I can't say the same for this hospital.
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick.
I cannot enter. I'm sorry you ended up on my plain and cold medical bench, sir. I understand you must be very angry about this unfair situation. I managed to arrange to have you buried in the same mass grave as your wife. I hope that might help. Good evening, Dr. Reed. Such a pleasure to see you again. Do you need medical attention? Well, the proximity of the dead is not the most healthy company, even if the quiet can be appreciated. Don't take too many risks with your health, Mr. Chidana. None of us to this disease, and that is a good thing. Death and disease is a constant reminder of our mortality. But you have my thanks, Dr. Reed. Please show me what you have to sell. Of course.
Does that make stuff cheaper?
Curios, really. But I'm sure they can be useful.
No, it doesn't. Well, At least I get XP, and also I get my district health up again. Let's see. I'm pretty sure Hooks down here needs some. Milton?
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
Do you need any medical help, Milton?
I'm afraid I do. Like everyone in this hospital. It's a sad state of affairs when even the hospital workers are worried about disease.
Our job brings us into contact with all kinds of infections, Milton. There's no shame in being ill while we're in a hospital.
That's easy for you to say, Doctor. I get the feeling you don't fall sick often. And thanks, anyway.
I'd like to see your goods.
Wise choice, Dr. Reed.
I want to see his skills again.
Gun is what everybody needs these days.
I could get ammo from him. It's pretty cheap too. Bullets, all that. Alright. She's suffering from fatigue, and that'll be my last medicine. And that would also be everybody in the hospital too.
Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening, Doctor.
Do you require medical assistance, Nurse?
I will be fine. As soon as I can get some sleep.
Nurse, you won't be able to help people if you're sick. Take this, and do try to get some rest.
I'll try, Dr. Reed. Thank you.
Goodbye, Nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
Alright. That's everybody in the hospital, I think. How is my district? Well, I would have to probably leave it first. Alright, Whitechapel. Go back here. Well, at least I got a lot of people back to health. It's a lot better that way. I do gotta get the health statuses back.
Good evening, sir.
I need to meet some people.
Famous Dr. Reed has joined us. I can't think of any better news during these terrible times.
Do we know each other?
Actually, yes. We met once before at the Rockefeller University in New York.
Dr. Tippett, yes, I remember. I was assisting Professor Carell in his research about coronary bypasses. He had nothing but praise for you.
He was also very confident about your future. And look at you now. Eminent surgeon and blood transfusion specialist.
Now that makes me happy. Oh, and I got a hint. What's the hint? Tippets. Oh. Okay, that's the hint that I got from her. She has no hints unlocked, huh? Exhausted.
You're exhausting yourself, Corcoran. Maybe you should think about preserving your strength.
No. We must keep on healing all those poor souls. We are the last rampart before chaos. Once more unto the breach.
Yeah.
Nurse Brannigan is worried about you, Doctor.
She should not have told you that. I will have a word with her.
You don't have to blame her for her honesty.
I'm not that kind of man, my dear Jonathan. Actually, Nurse Brannigan's opinion is the only one I may listen to.
Oh. That's nice. Tell me about the staff.
What can you tell me about the staff in the hospital?
Some are really good, and others are not so good. But during this troubled period, there is no time for slander. I prefer to focus on the positive character traits.
Okay. What about the
Any
management?
opinion about the management?
I don't always agree with Dr. Swansea's reserve, but I must admit he does all he can to keep this facility running during this crisis.
Ah, yes, the burden of command. I was fed up with this concept while serving as a medical officer.
Don't get me wrong. Swansea's a good administrator. I just wish he would get out of his office now and again.
That? Alright. Positive
Tell
characters.
me more about Cherished.
Nurse Brannigan is a pearl. She is the most helpful and dedicated nurse I've ever worked with. A clever and cheerful woman.
You really seem to admire her.
I'll get more hits. Oh, overqualified.
I'll go even further. If she was a man, she would be a damn fine practitioner.
Okay.
What is the Pembroke Hospital situation? And please, speak freely.
This hospital is not exactly the best of London. I'm sure you are used to working in a better environment.
It's fine. I got my own.
It's more than enough. In any case, the personnel of a hospital are much more important to me than the building.
Don't be misled by appearances, Dr. Reed. This hospital does not lack talented people. It just lacks hope.
Goodbye, Dr. Tibbets.
I could probably continue my conversation with her. Where did she go? Oh, I think she went to go take a nap. Okay, that's nice. At least she's resting. I can't tell who this is. Huh. I need to talk to everyone in the building, it seems, so I can get more leads and talk to the right people. I will go talk to Milton so I can get more leads on Pepper or Pippa. But then they actually had more complicated names than now, it seems. What's your occupation?
What do you do exactly in this hospital? Apart from smuggling guns, I mean.
I've been an ambulance driver since too long, I guess. I bring sick people here night and day. It's a dirty job, but I get it done. Most of the time.
Oh, I'm assuming.
It sounds like things have been a bit rough recently. What's happened?
Yesterday I got attacked by the patient I was bringing in. I escaped through the hospital's garden, but I lost my wallet when I was running.
You left an infected patient outside the hospital? That's incredibly dangerous.
Go there yourself if you want, but be careful, Doctor. I'd rather not bring your dead body back.
That's sad.
Since you're on the front line, how is the sanitary situation in this vicinity?
It's a complete disaster. It's even getting dangerous to enter some streets or buildings. Even the locals attack you.
Oh.
How is the situation around here?
You want to hear the situation is all right? It's fucking awful. We lack everything, and it's getting worse every day.
Are you really smuggling weapons through the hospital?
And why not? I've already been attacked by patients, you know. And by gang members willing to steal my money.
But you're not defending yourself. You're selling guns to civilians.
You keep people alive your own way, Doctor. I offer them another way to protect their health.
Yeah.
Why do you have such a mediocre reputation among your colleagues, Milton?
Fuck them. Nobody knows the horrors I've seen since working here. This city was sick long before the epidemic, Dr. Reed.
I know it's a difficult task, but correct me if I'm wrong. Is this not the job you are paid to do?
I've seen babies left to die while their brothers were properly fed. Underage girls and boys sold to all manner of perverts.
I'm sorry, I don't know what to say.
Yeah, exactly. We lack words. So excuse me if I don't look on the bright side of life.
What's going on between you and Nurse Hawkins?
Pippa's tired. Tired of all this shit. Tired of all those corpses piling up. She's as depressed as I am.
During the war, I witnessed a few couples just like you come together in difficult circumstances. It can be very damaging.
Maybe you're right. But we support each other. And that's all that matters.
Yes.
You do realize you could both get fired. Hospital staff are not meant to have intimate relationships with one another.
Come on, Dr. Reed. Do you know how many rules are broken in this hospital every day just to keep it running? There's nothing wrong with what we're doing.
Okay. I finished with the personal questions I could ask, and I'm gonna go to Pippa. Oh. Okay. Pippa should be in a nearby room. This room is blocked off. I can't enter this room. Pippa's outside, it seems. Oh, she's inside.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. May I help you?
I don't know if a third opinion is needed. Your colleagues are already arguing about my condition.
I see. Would you mind telling me more about your situation?
I'm Harvey Fiddick. All I want is to get me bloody arm fixed properly.
Tell me about the doctors who are arguing about your case.
Strickland and Aykroyd. They both want the best for me, but there's a lot of pride there. Doctors are no different from carpenters, it seems.
What do you mean?
I often had professional arguments with rivals on a building site. Difference is, I disagreed about wood and nails, not flesh and bones.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Fiddick.
I'm just a regular guy waiting to get his arm fixed, so I can return to work and to my family.
I was more curious about what you were doing before being hospitalized.
I'm a carpenter, and a good one too. But that means I need both arms to feed my family, Dr. Reed.
Oh.
Are you satisfied with your treatment here?
Well, it's clear that I've chosen a bad time to be injured. Forgive my bluntness, but you seem overwhelmed by cases of the flu.
I won't lie to you about it. I'm afraid we are.
Are you sure you don't want to operate yourself, Dr. Reed? I have the feeling you're very capable. And your colleagues seem to think so too.
In other circumstances, you would be right. But for now, I don't think I can take on the responsibility. My apologies. Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick. I'll see you later.
I need the words to calm the children, Ellen. As for me...
Dorothy's healthy. Trying to think. He's unknown.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I believe we're going to be colleagues.
Reed? Yes, I've been informed about your arrival. I'm Waverly Aykroyd. Welcome aboard, I suppose.
Does my arrival inconvenience you in some way, Dr. Aykroyd?
Let us just say that I don't particularly share Dr. Swans's enthusiasm for hiring you. What we need here are reliable professionals, not overrated dabblers.
Oh, you bitch.
If you have a problem with me, Dr. Aykroyd, please feel free to tell me.
Dr. Swansea has imposed your presence on this hospital without asking anyone's advice. The benefit of his position. But I don't agree with it.
I know we've never met before, but I believe this hospital could use all the help it can get. You will agree with that, I'm sure.
Oh, but I have heard about you, Dr. Reed. Of course, you can't say the same about me, since I have not wasted my time courting the press.
There is no need for such animosity between us. Don't you think the epidemic is already enough to deal with?
That is one point we could agree on. And that is precisely why I want to be sure that you will be of help to this hospital, instead of a burden.
He's such an asshole.
If you have a problem with me,
Dr. Swan...
I know we...
Oh, but
There is no need...
That is what...
Since your tenure...
Let's just say I'm tired of the carelessness around me. I have always respected the skills of Dr. Swansea, but over time his enthusiasm has become displaced.
Carelessness? Exactly what are you talking about?
We're here to save lives. The people who trust us are not volunteering for experimentation. They're here to be healed.
I don't intend to run any radical experiments, Doctor. Even if I, as any good practitioner should, express an interest in pushing the boundaries of medical research.
Modern medical methods were created through audacity and ego. But there are rules in our line of work, and they're here to protect our patients.
New hint. Vividly disproves modern medicine methods. Personal questions, Brody.
I don't know what you've heard about me, but I have already proved my value as a practitioner.
I don't question your skills, Dr. Reed, but your motive. Is it money, fame, or are you truly dedicated?
And what exactly is that supposed to mean?
I served in the war just like you. But unlike you, I did not use the wounded to play the modern sorcerer.
Be careful what you insinuate, Dr. Ackroyd.
I only want you to admit you used those men to improve your theories.
This is ridiculous. My blood transfusion technique saved many lives, and you know it.
You see? That is exactly what I hate about people like you. You avoid this kind of accusation instead of facing reality.
I don't know...
I don't question your skill.
And what exactly is that?
I served in the...
Be careful what you...
I only want you to admit...
This is
You see?
It seems you have bad memories of your military service.
I refuse to see this industrial slaughter as scientific progress. War only reveals the worst in men.
We can at least agree on something, Dr. Ackroyd. Thank you for your time. We'll talk later. Good evening, Mr. Fiddick.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick. I'll see you later.
My sweet girl.
Reads me like a book. I never could keep anything from her. No, we can handle this.
Good evening, Mr. Fiddick.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. Any news about my operation?
Is there anything else that's bothering you? Can I help in any way?
Really? Why has no one else asked me that since I got here? I thought I was in a hospital.
I will see you later. Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick. I'll see you later.
I will not let you down, my boy. They may lack the resources, but we have some of the most...
I may need to get more potassium. I'll need to check if I can craft the fatigue. After I get him, then I'll go to the main mission. think I had one more. I'm doing good as a doctor here. I already helped cure over 6 people, I think. Off name and on name.
Good evening.
I don't like him after the conversation all that much.
Any news about my operation?
I'll probably...
Is there anything else that's bothering you? Can I help in any way?
Really? Why has no one else asked me that since I got here? I thought I was in a hospital.
I got you your fatigue medicine.
You are not the only person who needs help. And complaining about it won't do you any good.
Well, perhaps you're right, Dr. Reed. I'm sure if me missus was still alive, she wouldn't be happy with me going on like this.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick. I'll see you later.
I'll just walk. Main mission.
Jonathan, come in.
Fascinating, is it not? In the last decade, so many mysteries have been brought to light with our microscopes. The human body, biology's penultimate frontier. The more we explore its boundaries, the less we're able to trace a clear line between life and death. You, my friend, have a foot in both countries. The view must be vertiginous.
It's at least as vertiginous as chatting about vampires with you, I would say.
This must be all so new to you. This area... of town, the hospital, a brand new life. How stimulating it must be.
I wish I could share your enthusiasm, Dr. Swansea. But my condition defies scientific categorization. Undead? Unalive? Immortality defies logic.
I cannot express my thrill at this serendipitous turn of events. The world's most eminent specialist in blood transfusions, a vampire. One might say a gift from heaven.
I'm a dead man. I was murdered. Now I'm a murderer. Tell me how this is a gift.
I meant to choose the nice option.
I've been an admirer of your work for a long time, and now you are so much more than a brilliant physician. And please, call me Edgar.
No need to apologize.
There's no need to apologize, Edgar. You offered me sanctuary when I had none.
Very well. I have a task for you, Jonathan. Something that will require all your newfound skills.
Please, go on.
The Pembroke only survives through the generosity of our benefactors. Unfortunately, our main donor has found herself in a bit of a bind. Now, if you could help her out...
A spokesman or politician is what you need. That's not my calling. And until I come to understand what has happened to me, I require discretion.
Discretion is in order, Jonathan. Lady Ashbury has recently received rather indelicate correspondence that, if revealed, would jeopardize her position.
And you would like me to eradicate this threat?
By the soul, of course not. I would just like you to pay her a visit. Her ladyship is certainly near the tents outside, tending the sick. You can't miss her. Look for someone impossibly delicate.
Accepted. I'll see what kind of trouble Lady Ashbury is in.
I didn't mean to freak out on him. I was actually trying to pick the nicer option. Fire and sun. I'm gonna read those in my free time. Blinkers. Well, until I met the blinker, now I get them too often for my liking. Oh, I accidentally placed 2 markers. One near Whitechapel.
Flew took my dear wife, Emily. I take comfort knowing we'll soon be together again.
Mr. Rainfield, that's no way to talk. You're in good hands here, and we'll be up again soon enough. Now do me a kindness and get some sleep. I'll be back round later.
Your words are kind, the blessings of an angel. You're the sweet, sweet lady of mercy.
Good evening,
Wait.
Dr. Reed. It's a pleasure to see you.
Wait, the vampire was Vampyr.
You seem surprised. Dr. Swansea has brought me up to speed concerning your recent appointment to Pembroke Hospital.
You're a vampire. The lady who saved me that night, before vanishing into thin air. I remember you from the pub with Dr. Swansea.
Indeed. Allow me to introduce myself formally this time. My name is Lady Ashbury. I remember you well, in spite of the brevity of our encounter.
Apologies. You've taken me by surprise. I'm very happy to see you.
The pleasure is mine, Doctor.
I hope you're more disposed to answer my questions now.
You must have countless questions, but our rather urgent matter first. Swansea has explained. My cover, if you prefer, has been compromised.
Pardon my boldness, Your Ladyship, but I have questions concerning this condition we share.
As a newborn, your hunger for answers is rivaled only by your thirst for blood. But the questions need wait.
I'm a scientist. My trade is in the deciphering of mysteries, and I need information to feed my mind.
I will gladly answer every question you have, but first, prove yourself capable of resolving my predicament without eating the culprit.
Have any of the patients given you trouble?
These poor souls have so little left to live for. I do my best to ease their pain.
The world would be a better place if it were cared for by women like you.
You make me blush. I am simply a necessary evil.
Dr. Swansea has commissioned me to be your agent in this matter. You could start by explaining what's amiss.
These past insufferable weeks, I've been the victim of extortion. I've made a first payment, but the blackmailer grows greedy. I must refuse his most recent demands.
Who would be so foolish as to threaten you? A kindred spirit.
Even if it were the case, and I highly doubt it, a vampire would have asked for something more valuable than money. My suspicions lean toward a patient, or their family.
What are your expectations? Please be precise.
As the newly appointed surgeon of this hospital, you are in an excellent position to ask innocent questions, and deftly learn the identity of my blackmailer.
If we're dealing with an ordinary criminal, surely you've the means to deal with it yourself, if I may.
As immortal tradition doth dictate, all fangs and hypnotic eyes ablaze. the blood would run like a river. That's what I hope to avoid. Violence has a tendency to spiral out of control.
Please continue. Every detail is essential. I'm your man.
My embarrassment in this matter is eclipsed only by my shame at having put the hospital at risk. The threat from our anonymous scoundrel is clear. A list of dates. My visits coinciding with the dates of suspicious patient deaths due to massive blood loss.
Is it true?
Now aren't you the blunt one?
Excuse my impertinence, your ladyship. This is not an interrogation. I assure you that this line of questioning is in your best interest.
In all honesty, I'm not simply a patron to the hospital. My visits serve a dual purpose. Dr. Swansea has been treating my condition with a revolutionary technique of blood transfusion. It seems you are a specialist in the domain.
I'll take care of it. Do you know where I should start?
If that was the case, I'd settle the matter myself. You could talk to our local gossip, Harriet Jones. Not a pin drops here without her hearing about it.
I'll meet that woman now.
My life, as others know, is in your hands, Dr. Reed. I'm sure of your discretion, but I do fear your powers of persuasion will be put to the test. When this is resolved, I'll be your obligé. I'll answer all questions in regards of your condition.
What is this? Who are you? Get out of my room.
There's no need for alarm, madam. I'm Dr. Reed, the new surgeon.
Preposterous. Dr. Reed, you say? I don't want some bumbling intern. Where's Dr. Swansea?
Please, calm down, madam. I assure you that I am highly qualified. I'm just back from war duty.
How brave. Threatening an old defenseless woman. You know how long I've been a patient here? You've picked the wrong fight. I'm Harriet Jones.
Harriet Jones? Indeed. I've been meaning to have a chat with you. You know what goes on here better than any other patient, I gather.
Oh, better than any patient, nurse or doctor. I've seen so many vile undertakings.
I heard there have been some despicable goings-on. Was there a case of blackmail?
Blackmail? Wait. You're investigating something. This isn't a social call. One of those incompetent cunts slit a poor sod's vein.
I assure you, madam, this is not an investigation into a possible medical error.
Debauchery, then? Nurses Crane, Hawkins, Brannigans, whores, all of them. They can't keep their legs shut. I've seen them scratching slutty sores.
Really? Well, if you have irrefutable proof, I'll not have the staff behaving in such a manner here.
This is your business, Doctor, not mine. But I swear one of the nurses is cavorting with some man on hospital hours.
Thank you for your time, Miss Jones. You've given me something to go on. See you on the next round. The patients and staff might know something. I'll start my investigation with them. Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
What can you tell me about the strange man visiting one of the nurses during her shift?
Let me guess. You spoke with that old shrew, Harriet Jones. Do not pay attention to her, Doctor. She's full of fanciful tales.
She could have been telling the truth about the mysterious man.
That old witch will end up in hell soon enough. Who cares if a nurse finds some happiness where she can?
No matter how you feel about her, Miss Jones deserves our help.
Who says I don't care for her? Hate is what keeps that old crone alive.
What can you tell me about the strange man visiting one of the nurses during her shift?
Let me guess. You spoke with that old shrew, Harriet Jones. Do not pay attention to her, Doctor. She's full of fanciful tales.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Someone's poached my blanket. Oh, the cold will be my death.
At least that mistress of the dark has stopped following me.
Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening, Doctor.
Do you know if any of the hospital staff have criminal backgrounds?
The people who work here all come from very different backgrounds, Doctor. Just like the patients.
Why does Dr. Tippett's claim you're the main reason he keeps working, despite his fatigue?
If it wasn't for him, I probably would have left the Pembroke years ago.
Dr. Tippett does not think of you as just a nurse anymore, does he?
If you're suggesting he's not taking my gender into consideration when it comes to medical practice and knowledge, I really hope he doesn't.
Have you seen a strange man visiting any of the nurses here?
I've never heard of such a thing, Doctor.
Have you seen a strange man visiting any of the nurses here?
I've never heard of such a thing, Doctor.
Do you require medical assistance, nurse?
Thank you for your concern, but I'm fine.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
You're sure you don't come back with me?
Nah, I have to see someone at the hospital.
Be careful. You look so bad they may keep you as a patient.
Fuck 'em. I don't like hospitals. Or doctors.
Well then, when you go back to Whitechapel, you may find this useful.
What is it?
A pass for a free medical exam by the best nurse available. Just read it.
I don't read well, but thank you, I guess.
He's locked the door behind him. I need to find another way to follow him. This man has been savagely attacked and dragged to the floor.
to die here. I want to see the sky, feel the fresh air. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I don't want to die here. I want to see the sky, feel the fresh air.
Are you injured, sir?
Help me get out of here. I need to get out.
I'm Dr. Reed, and I'd be glad to help you, but you must calm down first. Please, take a deep breath and tell me your name.
Okay. I'm Oswald Thatcher. Please, I need to get out.
Mr. Thatcher, your friend Newton sent me to help you. Do you remember him?
Yes, I do.
Good. Now leave this place and enjoy the cool night air. It's quite invigorating. I'm sure you'll feel better if you do. Are you sure you're all right, sir?
Yes, I'll be...
What sort of creature is this? What sort of creature is this? Here's what's left of him. Not a lot to check, but I should anyway. Some voucher for a free checkup in Whitechapel. What is Nurse Crane up to? I really must find her. I can't believe I'm doing this. This is despicable.
It's locked, all right.
If only there were more of us, with less resignation and more determination.
I know I can count on safe career in any circumstance.
Another night with the glorious battalion.
Good evening, Dr. Strickland.
And good evening to you, Dr. Reed. Can I be of any help?
Do you need my medical attention, dear colleague?
I would have been confused if anyone other than you had asked that question, Dr. Reed. But your help is welcomed.
There is no shame in helping each other. We're colleagues, after all.
Many doctors I have known are too cynical to think that way.
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland.
I'm quite busy right now, Dr. Reed.
Do you need my assistance?
Don't be ridiculous. I'm capable of dealing with this myself. I've just not taken the time to do so.
Then you are lucky that I have taken the time to do so. Consider it a gesture of solidarity between professionals.
I wish this hospital could have received as much attention from you, Dr. Reed. We do not see you in surgery very often.
Thank you for your time. We'll talk later.
You look exhausted. You're pushing yourself too hard.
I am not responsible.
Hello again, Mr. Blight. I'm happy to see Mr. Thatcher is safe, for now.
I'm eternally grateful, Doctor. We were total strangers and you helped us anyway. Can't thank you enough, sir.
Do you need medical attention, sir?
Afraid so. In the war, I was always worried about picking up something, getting some infection. Unfortunately, got that fear in London now.
Throughout history, some diseases have done more damage to armies than any weapon created by man. You were wise to be careful.
You're working at the Pembroke Hospital, aren't you? That's a good enough reason for me and Oswald to go there.
I got so many achievements just by doing random stuff, and I didn't even know about them. He's in the recovering stages, he's level 3. Probably ask, your phobia of
What
rats.
caused your phobia of rats, Newton?
It happened last year following an artillery attack. I was trapped for 2 days in a hole under 2 dead soldiers. And there were rats.
Go on.
They started eating me as soon as I dozed. Gnawing at my ears, my fingers, lips.
You seem fine.
Couldn't call for help.
I see.
No, you don't. You have no idea what it is to wake up buried under bodies. Fucking vermin eating your flesh. Oswald. He found me and saved me.
Oh, that's why you like him so much. Okay. Cool. Tell me about the war.
Can you tell me about the war, Mr. Blight? If you want to speak about it, of course.
War was... Well, you know, sir. Stench of death everywhere. Your mates lying bleeding in the mud. Just praying to make it through and get home. Bloody nightmare.
Did you know Oswald Thatcher before the war?
No. We met in the battlefield. I think we're in the same boat to France. Stuck together ever since.
I fought in France, too. I served as a field surgeon. But it was not uncommon to repel an assault, especially at night.
Yeah. The first time I was wounded, I had to protect the infirmary from hostiles. Twice.
Why do you stay here now that Mr. Thatcher's back?
It's complicated. Since the war, Oswald's been really nervous with the idea of entering any hospital. Me,
you speak about?
Rats, sir. Even seeing one, they turn me. Just want to run. It's that fear that stopped me from going after Oswald when he left.
You are always welcome at the Pembroke Hospital. As a former officer, I'll be honored to welcome a fellow veteran.
I'm not giving up on bringing Oswald back to the hospital. I just need to convince him that he needs some help.
Perhaps he needs to reach that decision by himself.
Could you speak to him?
I'll try.
I don't listen to doctors, but perhaps because you've been through it, you can talk him round.
Goodbye, Mr. Blight. Take care of yourself.
Well, at least his XP amount went up to 2,100. That's way more than I had previously. Oh wait, you're right here. That makes everything easier for me. Got a headache though, I can't help none.
Hello again, Mr. Thatcher. Do you feel any better?
Yes, this neighborhood may stink of dog shit and reek of piss, but to me it smells like the purest mountain air.
Ha.
Why were you locked in that sewer? What happened?
I went by the canal after an argument with a friend. Got chased by these fucking wankers and had to barricade myself in, despite my claustrophobia.
Tell me about your claustrophobia. Has anyone given you an official diagnosis?
That's what the bloody doctors said. But I don't want to go to a hospital to get checked again. I'll deal with it my own way.
Why did you run? What was the reason for your argument?
Newton wanted me to go to a hospital. I can't stand being closed in. Makes me feel like I'm suffocating.
Mr. Thatcher, do you have a job?
No. Since I came back from the war, I spent most of my time and energy just trying to forget.
I understand what you mean. I was a soldier too.
No. Nobody can truly understand what I've gone through.
Oswald, why did you not go to the Pembroke Hospital to seek medical help?
I don't trust doctors. All they care about was their careers and processes. I won't be locked in any room again, by anyone.
Your fear of being trapped is not going to go away by itself. You need professional help.
I've seen enough butchers in white coats to last a lifetime. Hospitals reek of chemicals and death. What I need is fresh air.
Do you want to talk about why you have this fear of being enclosed, Mr. Thatcher?
No, I really don't.
An irrational fear like yours is usually rooted in a specific event. Perhaps it would help to talk about it.
Well, Doctor, take a guess then, if you're so interested in my case.
Okay, I'm just gonna guess for the funny one. Childhood.
Perhaps you were trapped or locked in somewhere as a child. The horror of war could have brought this memory back to the surface.
Are you joking? I grew up on a farm, had a bloody fantastic childhood.
Ah, damn you. You little bitch. You little bitch. I hate you. I kinda wanna eat him now.
Do you want to talk about why you have this fear of...
No.
An irrational...
Well, Doctor, take...
Perhaps you...
Are you joking?
Goodbye, Mr. Thatcher.
I hate you.
Try to take care of yourself.
You suck. Give me all the freaking... You gave me a guess. It was 50-50. The only way I could have gotten that completely correct was if I searched it up on YouTube. Or on any other source. Google, whatever. Search it. Google or whatever. Sorry. I probably can't begin now.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. You doing your rounds as usual?
Yes. I have a question. They have.
Goodbye,
they
Mr.
both have phobias.
Take care of yourself.
I finished talking over here. I'm level 9. Got my blood capacity and all that. I will upgrade my conditioning. Next upgrade. Actually, can I 2, not 600 upgrade. 600 for the third upgrade on anything. That's small. Oh, wait. No, there's still one thing I could do at the hospital. I could upgrade my weapon if I have enough components. I'm getting a lot of ingredients from boxes. And I need to learn the headache cure, though. That's the #1 thing that will save me in any situation right now. Common handle part, but I already have a level 2, so need aluminum shards. 6 common handle parts and lead rods. So I'm gonna go back outside. I kind of like the running in this game. It's kind of fun. Wrong side. The stamina helps, having as much as I bothered to get. I am not gonna go through the garden. There's a lot of enemies in the garden. Never mind, I'm gonna have to go through the garden for an easy way through. Alright. I think I'm stupid. Alright. I forgot what side it was on. I mainly know what side it's on because one thing's on one side and the other's on the opposite side. Hey.
Good evening. Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
Yes. And no.
I'd like to see your goods.
Wise choice, Dr. Reed. A reliable gun for everyone.
I'm gonna need to sell a lot to you. Oh. Any extra chemicals I have a lot of extra of, I will sell a tiny bit from, just so I can easily get a few items. I'll lower that down to 26. Okay, so I think 2, 3, 4, 5. Because I'm pretty sure I already have one, didn't I? Okay. 2. Definitely have enough for now. Don't mind me. 12, 19, 17. I'm just gonna make it odd numbers. 23, 11. Oh, damn it. I could sell a bit of extra off the top. 13. And he also sells back the chemicals. If I have make enough money, I could go to either of them for these. Now, I'm setting up a store for me.
Closed.
I have this thirst for blood.
There's more and more of these bloody leeches every night. Aye? And the guards recruit more and more every year.
Ain't safe here for a gentleman. I'd step back, sir.
Easy, boys. Don't forget, check every roof, every door. Turn around. Die, leaks!
I cannot enter.
I don't know why, but a lot of the times my objective is insanely difficult to get to. Much more to go through. Okay, good.
Whitechapel. This neighborhood is linked somehow
New hideout?
to the kind Lady Ashbury's blackmail. First, find this Trusco.
Look for my hideout. Large box of pills. Shotgun shells too. At least my combat is way easier. I actually like the added touch of how they think you're just a passerby, but when you get too close, they actually start going on their guard. Because you're not just gonna start attacking a random person, but if that random person starts approaching you like more and more. Oh. Do I get the mesmerize?
Are you alright?
The bastard hit the wall next to me. I don't even know if he meant to miss.
If you've been hurt, I can help you. I'm a doctor.
Name's Albert. Remember it. Now bugger off.
What happened? Did you really steal that man's medication?
Hey, I didn't do anything. It ain't me.
Alright.
Alright. Perhaps the poor drunk just confused you with someone else.
Sod off, mister. You ain't got no clue what's going on here. Bastard was a soldier in the war, so now he's got the right to shoot me.
It's true. I'm not familiar with this part of it. Perhaps you could help me.
I said sod off. Go find yourself another guy.
That's not anger me.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? If you know anything about her, I'd appreciate it.
Never heard of her. If she's pretty, I'll keep an eye out.
Lie. Oh, fatigue. I think I may have some of that.
Please. Feeling tired these days.
Damn.
See you later. Goodbye, young man.
I'm a drunk arsehole. Not me.
Is this the...
Shooting a boy in the middle of the street. Not the best thing to do, wouldn't you say?
What? You saw what happened? Who are you?
I'm Dr. Reed, and I'd like to ask you a few questions, if you promise me to set your gun aside.
No. Look, I'm not a violent man. I'm Benjamin Palmer, doctor. And no one can help me. Not even you.
What can you tell me about this place?
Nothing to say, really. This is where I used to live, and this is where I live now.
Hmm?
You mean you used to have a better life?
Yeah, I had a wife, a home, and a job. I even used to have a name. Now I'm just Ben. Ben the Trash.
Have you no
You don't
family?
have anywhere to go. No family that would welcome you.
Not since the death of my wife, Albert's mother. She was sick, you see. Long before the flu and all this shit.
Perhaps you could focus for a moment and tell me your troubles.
I'm sick, broke, and my son just stole my pills. Everything's coming up roses.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? Have you heard anything?
funny. I've been searching for her too. I need some pills. But the woman is a phantom, if you ask me.
Really? And why is that?
Word is she ain't real. She's a cover for some doctor who runs an illegal dispensary for migrants.
What is it, Benjamin? It was the war, wasn't it? Your nerves are shot, aren't they? I need some answers, Private. From one soldier to another.
The doctors called me a liar. A coward. Put me in a straitjacket, locked me up. Finally, they sent me back to the front lines with a handful of tablets.
Yes. Sounds like shell shock. I've seen a few cases like yours. This is nothing you should be ashamed of, Benjamin. And it's perfectly natural in your situation.
Not ashamed. I just need my pills. Peace and quiet, that's all.
Whatever the boy did, I'm sure he didn't deserve a public execution.
I swear I didn't want to hit him. It's just that I'm sick in the head, you see, and the boy just frayed me last nerve.
A gun, alcohol, and a bad temper make a terrible cocktail, sir. Goodbye for now.
Stinking alley reeking worse than a week-old lappy. The wet boots will be proud of me.
I'm honestly so surprised I've been able to stream for so long, so I'm happy. I wanted to stream this game so much, but it wouldn't let me that easily. I've been thinking about doing God of War on hard mode. Just thinking about it. That may actually be too difficult. Its combat systems probably. Like I tested out its combat a tiny bit on hard mode, and it's pretty difficult. It's more difficult than Yakuza and Vampyr so far. Even though I do die quite often in Vampyr, but it's probably because a lot of the enemies are that I fight over my level.
Leave me alone.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I'm looking for Nurse Dorothy Crane.
There is no Dorothy Crane here. Now goodbye.
I'm afraid this medical says the opposite, sir.
Really? Well, I'm afraid I'm going to close this door right now. Go bother someone else, Mr. Doctor.
To enter that house, I must discover who this man really is. Maybe I could start.
Oh, he's bronchitis.
Strange man was at the door with a pass for our medical facility. I refused him entry.
Darius, how could you know he didn't need our help?
His clothes were too finely tailored to be for Whitechapel.
Perhaps just a friend of that stray poet who is always about.
Richard Niddercott? No, not of the same cloth, this man. I suspect some machination from that journalist.
Clayton Darby. Is he still asking questions?
Yes. I saw him drifting around St. Mary's Church. I swear he is tracking me just downwind.
I must talk to that journalist or the poet. They must know about Darius. Nearby the church they just mentioned.
I think this is a journalist. Oh no, the poet, I think, right?
Good evening, miss.
Good evening.
Because that's not nearby a
Are
church.
you interested in a miraculous cure for this unknown and deadly
Salesperson?
Actually, I am.
Then you have come to the right place. The famous Swanborough cordial is all you need to help keep you in perfect health.
Oh, really? Why didn't I hear about it during my studies? I'm Jonathan Reed, by the way. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Ah, my brother has spoken of your research, sir. I'm Loretta Swanborough. Meet a fellow healer.
Let's trade. Let's see what you got.
Medicine,
Okay, so you actually do have a lot of stuff that is beneficial in many categories.
My dear colleague.
Personal questions, your life in one day. I will be saying I'm looking for Dorothy Crane.
I'd like to know more about her.
I don't like to talk about competition.
Competition, you say?
Never met her, but it seems she provides some sort of medical care to the poor. The whole thing has to be some sort of scam, if you ask me.
Huh.
Tell me, who intrigues you most in Whitechapel?
The region itself is something to see, but I would say Camellia the mute florist who gives away her flowers.
What do you think of the locals?
Most of them are afraid or desperate. They all come to me eventually for my remedy.
Is there anyone I should avoid?
Cadogan Bates, without a doubt. The bloody bastard remorselessly exploits poor migrants as soon as they get here.
Goodbye, Miss Swanwick. Perhaps we'll talk again.
Well, she isn't completely a false. She isn't a complete false person.
Good evening,
Maybe I could.
my dear colleague.
Wait, list of ingredients on the back. Maybe I could recycle it and actually get the recipe. So I got 23 now. Get to those. Got a lot of opium. I don't really need this much medicine because I'm really not using this much medicine. Glass vials are insanely cheap. Like I sell glass vials for 1 cent each. 1 cent. You sell ingredients for extreme prices though. 18. How much? I'm gonna see if I get anything from recycling that. Mm-hmm. Hey, are you?
Me, I have a few questions for you.
Another journalist? I didn't answer the first one, so piss off.
I'm not a journalist, I'm a doctor.
A doctor, you say? It's quite a rare breed in this part of town.
Really? But still, here I am. Dr. Jonathan Reed, at your service.
I'm Joe Peterson to some, but Colossus Joe to most. And I don't remember asking for your service, sir.
Have you heard of a nurse named Dorothy Crane? She's a colleague of mine, and is supposed to live around here.
Dorothy Crane? Yeah, I know her. One of the few good souls who dare to help the sick around here.
Could you please tell me more about her?
She's a nice girl. Tries to help the migrants. I offered to give her a hand, but she said my reputation would attract too much attention.
According to you, physicians are scarce in this part of town. Why is that?
Not familiar with this neighborhood, are you? I guess your fancy colleagues are too afraid of being stabbed in the back.
This part of town does have quite a reputation. Would you say it's justified?
Totally. Look at me, for instance. I always look my opponent in the eye before knocking him out.
Okay.
May I ask what you do around here?
I'll do whatever I want, and sometimes even more. Now sod off.
I'm more powerful than you would expect, so please disrespect. Oh, 1 second.
You again? What?
Ah.
Goodbye, Mr. Peterson.
Well, stop that mugging from going on.
Please, take a browse of my wares.
I'm Dr. Reed. I would like to ask you a few questions, if you don't mind.
Doctor? Interesting. I'm Barrett Lewis. Usually I don't have time to waste with talk, but at this hour of the night I can hardly refuse.
Right then. Show me what you have.
Oh, wow. Ooh. I want that handle part. How much do I have to sell? Oh, I have a few rings. Cool. A lot of glass, I'm pretty sure. Munition, I would prefer to keep that. I think I have enough. Now what else do you sell? Trigger parts, I could probably try upgrading. That's cheap actually. Thank you. What is your name?
Forgive my interruption.
Do not apologize, my son. Father Tobias Whitaker is always happy to teach mortals about the incoming Armageddon.
I am Dr. Jonathan Reed, and I just have a few questions.
A scientist? You are much more lost than I thought, my son.
Huh.
I have heard enough.
I'll leave you alone before you piss me off. If I find some enemies in the area, I am more than equipped to kill. Loop. Oh, that's a blinker. Gotta kill the blinker quick. Give me your blood. That was a pretty smooth fight right there for me. Huh. 33 meters. 56 meters. Probably within the cemetery part of the church. Hello?
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I would like to ask you a few questions.
Please be my guest. Although I may not be the best informant regarding this part of town, my words speak about that which the eyes cannot see.
Really? Are you an artist of some kind?
I'm a poet, sir.
Oh, yeah.
Richard Nethercott, at your service.
I really don't care at the moment.
May I
You're like
ask you
out
a
of
few
my
questions?
mesmerized range anyways.
Extraordinary part of town, is it not? I'll be glad to help you if I can.
I want to progress in the story. I could do all the roaming on later on.
Darius Petrescu. Yes, I know him. At first, I thought he was only a small publisher. I invited him to publish my work, but his reaction was pretty clear.
Not interested in your talent?
Darius is an old political activist who takes delight in printing tracts and lampoons. Those communist activities only require mediocre writing skills.
Oh, wow. Wow, if I cure his bronchitis, I'd actually have a pretty good XP amount from him.
I'll leave you alone, sir.
Too tired for this right now. I am actually too tired for this. I'm not willing to. I'm surprised this guy didn't get attacked by those scowls.
walls of your home.
You're probably Clayton.
Excuse me, sir. Are you familiar with this part of town? Name's Clayton Darby.
Yep.
Sorry, I'm new to Whitechapel. But perhaps you could help me since you're a journalist. My name is Jonathan Reed.
Dr. Reed, the famous surgeon. I'll gladly help if I'm able, sir.
I heard you're investigating an underground medical dispensary in Whitechapel. What do you know?
Not much, I'm afraid. They are wary of strangers, and I'm not really an acquaintance of theirs. Why do you care?
I'm a doctor, Mr. Darby. I care about everything involving public health in this epidemic.
Are you sure you're not just concerned about the repercussions that a scandal involving a certain Nurse Crane from the Pembroke Hospital would bring?
Without a doubt, you are a damn fine journalist, Mr. Darby. What do you know of her accomplice, a man named Darius?
I don't know much about the man. He's very cautious. Never goes out. Doesn't seem to have any friends or family.
He never goes out?
He never goes out?
No. A few days ago, he unexpectedly did. I followed him, but it was just a ruse to keep me away from his house.
Really? How do you know?
He went to the nearest mailbox, but just before posting his letter, he ripped it up and threw it away.
Huh.
He has no relatives at all?
No. Except for that strange man, a poet named Richard Nethercott, who sometimes comes by. Darius would never let him in.
Where can I find this Mr. Nethercott?
He spends most of his time lurking around Whitechapel, talking to himself or declaring verses. These days, you can easily find him behind the church.
Huh. You know, maybe I should talk to him. Because if I get that cure for bronchitis straight up, I could probably raise his blood quality, also plus the hints. I could probably get a good 2,000 off of him. Well, at night.
Have you any idea of the danger you face in these streets at night?
I've had to run and hide more than once from frenzied mobs incensed by the fever. Do you think the flu is really responsible for this, Doctor?
I'm convinced there is more at work here than a simple epidemic.
Really? To be honest, I could say the same. Some of the sick I saw or heard of. My God, what happened to them?
His fatigue, if I had fatigue, I would give it to him. Because he probably need it.
Why are the newspapers keeping silent about the Spanish influenza? It's as though none of you care.
There's a war.
I need to search up how to mesmerize the level. I need to search up how to increase mine. Because mine's 1. Like, I don't know, dude. I forgot what I just said.
It's a disgrace. People are left to die alone. No one is properly informed of the risks.
These are bad times indeed. So much for the glorious British Empire.
What is a journalist doing in this borough after sunset?
He goes where none of his colleagues would dare to go, to inform the country.
So you risk your life to reveal the truth. I saw many reporters do the same during the war.
Whitechapel is the crucible of so many untold stories and tragedies. I want people to know them.
Huh. Wow, you're worth so much.
That's quite honorable.
1,820.
And that's why I'm an independent journalist, hoping to sell some stories.
Goodbye, Mr. Darby. Farewell.
Nothing up here.
Good evening, Miss. I'm Dr. Lee. I'd like to ask you a few questions.
Oh, she's mute.
Very well. Goodbye then.
She's the mute flower lady. This is hilarious. You could actually talk to her. And she actually has 4,250. The neat flower lady. It's always the flower shop owner. I can't talk to her though.
The content of Darius' letter to his children could give me more leverage to enter. Darius is a bit less of a mystery now. It should not be that difficult to incite him to let me in.
Influenza. I think I remember this one child's thing. There was a bird named Inza. It's about like it's about a bird named Inza, and then it was outside, but then influenza. I'm pretty sure, right?
Sorry, no sir. My father does not like people entering our house, you see.
Let me in.
Your father is worried about you, boy. He asked me to look for you.
So my father actually worries about me then? Okay then. Come on in. I'm Harry, by the way. Even my dreams are soaked with glue.
Ooh. Don't mind me as I loot your house. No. Mostly it's that.
It's locked.
How's the key to your right? Thank you.
May I ask you a few questions?
I'm not bothered. What could be worse?
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? I'd like to know more about her.
Yes, I know her. She came here to examine me when I was very sick. She said I should go out more.
How do you feel?
I'm fine. I'm just tired of being sick all the time. If only I could be tough, like. Well, you know.
Speaking of which...
Oh. $2,000? Wow. But I'm not gonna kill the only person worth
My father is
keeping.
an idiot who makes idiot things. That's all I have to say.
Alright.
Forgive my bluntness, young man, but you don't seem happy living in Whitechapel.
Why should I? I never wanted to come here in the first place. It was my father's decision. Look around you. Does this look like a nice place to live?
Oh, second hand in a row. He did not want to live in Whitechapel in the first place.
This place is awful, I agree. But does that not mean your situation can only improve?
That's exactly what my father says. Harry, you should be grateful for what you've got. But I wasn't even consulted when we moved here.
If life here is so terrible for you, why don't you just leave this place? Have you ever spoken to your father about it?
I don't go. It terrifies me so. I went outside once without my bloody frightening things.
So that's why you stay at home all day? For fear of the epidemic?
I'm not afraid of disease or death, Dr. Reed. It's the living I'm afraid of.
Oh.
Goodbye, young man. Take care of yourself.
Is there only pain and suffering in this world?
You again? What do you want this time?
Harry doesn't seem happy living in Whitechapel. Why did you make him come here?
I've always put my son's interests above everything else, whatever he may think. Our house is small but affordable. The walls are thin, but the door is solid.
You really love your son, don't you, Mr. Peterson?
He's my pride and joy. Even if he hates me for the choices I make and pushes me buttons more than he should.
Do you have any regrets?
Only one. Not to have my beloved wife by my side. She died when Harry was little. My sweet Jane. She gave the boy confidence.
Since the criminal nature of your job means you could be arrested, are you not afraid of what would happen to your boy if you were?
No one will ever take my son away from me. If that ever occurred, I'd hunt the bastard down and rip off his head with my bare hands.
Alright.
Goodbye, Mr. Peterson.
Placing your son's social circle would be... He has a merchant too, yeah. Barrett Lewis.
Fancy buying something, sir?
You never lose your focus, do you? Have you heard of a nurse called Dorothy Crane?
Nurse Crane? So the bitch really is a nurse, then? I always thought she was just some crafty foreigner, that one.
Yes, she's a nurse, and quite a good one. What did she do to gain such notoriety?
Dorothy Crane ain't even a real name. Something like Dorothea Craniu. Something like that. Came to England fleeing the war, I was told.
That doesn't explain why she irritates you so much.
Your precious Nurse Crane gives away medical supplies and prescriptions for free. I offered to sell it for a fair cut, but no. Miss Crane wanted to play the quiet saint.
Oh wow. She only like takes 2 points. If I gain 1 single point, I could take her out. From what I understand, pillars aren't really all that important, are they?
How is business around here?
Business? I have no business. Between this racket, theft, and customers getting scared, I'm losing money every day.
I see. Sounds like you blame someone in particular for your situation.
It's no secret Joe Peterson spends his time harassing merchants. But with me, he's trying to put me out of business once and for all.
Joe? 1950.
As a merchant, you see Whitechapel every day. Have you noticed anything out of the ordinary recently?
What you mean besides the epidemic, the war, and all the usual crap? As long as I can remember, this part of town has been a bottomless pit, and no sign of the bottom yet.
Violence is increasing in the borough.
Yeah. A few nights ago, some blokes jumped me. Came out of one of the condemned workshops. Fever, madness, something like that.
Where did this happen? Why did you go there?
In the closed workshops nearby. I worked there as an apprentice in better days. Now I only go to find trinkets or tools. Too bad I was mugged, though. There was good money in that little box of loot I lost.
Huh.
Have you been hurt?
No, but that's only because I ran like hell. Those men were raving lunatics, I tell you. Not even able to speak anymore, just screaming.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Mason.
Time to pay, one way or another. You're late. Where's my money?
Mr. Petrescu, just 1 minute, please.
You again. Go away.
Sir, wait. Stop this nonsense. I know Nurse Crane is here. Shall we speak man to man, you and I?
All right. Speak up.
Don't you see we're on the same side? We fight to help the poor, sick, and abandoned.
I'm nothing like you, Mr. Potter.
Yes, you are. You too believe in providing medical care without charge. You know what we have to sacrifice to make the world a better place.
I have to admit your words have conviction. All right, I'll let you see Dorothea. Don't make me regret this, though.
I'm gonna loot your entire house, so 2. If I were to give you medicine, then you would be perfect snack. 1,200, and there's a lot of your bar gone. I'm gonna unlock this door ahead of time. I think I hear a scowl.
I need help.
That guy may turn into a
Patient
scowl.
Razvan Vasily, high fever running on 3 days. Complaints of dizziness, muscle aches, and head pain, diagnosed with influenza.
Treatment?
Aspirin and salicin for the fever and discomfort. Liquids for dehydration, but he's having trouble keeping even water down.
Aspirin and salicin, you say? Why not some warm milk and a kiss on the cheek? Where are the quinine salts?
Tried buying, borrowing, even stealing. There's none to be found, Doctor.
I have tons.
He's not convulsing, he's choking. He's not getting any air. Scalpel! Hand me that scalpel! I need to perform a tracheostomy. Short pipe. That rubber tube will do. We're going to cut a passage for air through the neck.
Yes, Doctor. He's breathing again, but he's coughing up blood.
Internal hemorrhaging. I need to make another incision into the chest cavity to drain the fluids from the lung. Prepare another tube.
A thoracostomy? Doctor, we've nothing to fight the infection. We need an aseptic environment.
Right then, Nurse Crane. What do you suggest we do?
I've no idea. I'm not the doctor.
Time is of the essence. We need to perform a thoracic drain.
Yes, Doctor. He's still bleeding, Doctor. I'm losing his pulse.
Oh god, this is kind of weird now.
Artery. There's too much blood.
Are you alright, Doctor?
Fight.
I can't see. I must first suture the artery. Find the wound. The source of the blood.
Needle and thread, Doctor.
Good. The stitches are holding. How's he doing?
We're losing him. We've lost his pulse. He's dying, Doctor.
Not on my watch. Chest compressions. I have all the time in the world to make this decision. Wait, no, my screen's getting fuzzier. Wait, no, is it? I can't tell. Cardiac. I'm not sure. Last time I chose left, it was wrong. Try it again.
Cardiac massage, now.
Cardiac... What? Are you making this up as you go along?
Yes. But believe me, I got this. She's dead as hell, man. I don't know what to say. I can pretend to main menu because my last checkpoint was at the door, but man, I know the right choices to make now, but I was making it up as I was going wrong. I don't know anything I'm doing. Let's try it again. But this time, I'm gonna play it like, what's a good surgery game? Don't question me, nurse. I know my surgery games. Oh no. I know surgery. I am totally gonna cut this guy open. Oh. I just like how I spit left again. Cardiac massage. Can't speak English. But it sounded as though that nurse insulted my surgical skills. How dare you, nurse? You know I am the most skilled surgeon.
Hello, Mr. Petrescu.
Hello, Doc.
Let me in, please. Made a checkpoint at that location. So I didn't need to talk to him a second time. And that's what he looted, so... It made a checkpoint just before I went upstairs. Wait. No, didn't. Well, it feels like it did, though. Nurse Crane. Cardiac massage, quick! They suck at surgery. You could wait. No!
Raz Van Vassily. High fever running on 3 days. Complaints of dizziness, muscle aches.
Thank you, nurse. Anything else I should know?
He did lose consciousness this morning, but he's never had convulsions like these.
He's not convulsing, he's choking. He's not getting any air. Scalpel! Hand me that scalpel!
What can I do, Doctor?
It's too dangerous to operate with these convulsions. Sedative, nurse. Do we have any anesthetics?
I'm sorry, Doctor. None at all.
I need to perform a tracheostomy. Short pipe. That rubber tube will do. We're going to cut a passage for air through the neck.
Yes, Doctor. He's breathing again, but he's
I
coughing up blood.
definitely know to not do a cardiac massage.
From the lung. Prepare another tube.
A thoracostomy. Doctor, we've nothing to fight the infection. We need an aseptic environment.
Right then, Nurse Crane. What do you suggest we do?
I've no idea. I'm not the doctor.
Then you better give me that fucking scalpel, you dumbass.
Yes, Doctor.
I did cardiac massage. I know what I'm doing. You gotta massage his muscles and then he'll stop. All he needs is to relax.
He's still bleeding, Doctor. I'm losing his pulse.
Find it!
Punctured the intercostal artery.
This is not Where's Waldo, damn it.
Are you alright, Doctor?
I'm mainly just watching this and just doing. This would have a heart in. Good thing you don't have those things. I'm not gonna pick that option because I'm probably eat him.
First, suture the artery. Find the wound.
Too many diseases too. If I eat him, then I'll be kind of fucked up. So.
Good. The stitches are holding. How's he doing?
We're losing him. We've lost his pulse. He's dying, Doctor.
Shit. Cardiac massage. No.
A dose of epinephrine now.
Yes, Doctor.
Yes, she respects me again. I am respect. I am breathing. Breathing? Nope, dead. Shit. No matter what I would have done, he would have died, damn it. I should have just gave him my cardiac massage. Damn you.
He's gone, Doctor.
Chest compressions.
We did everything we could.
Truly? Everything you could. Is that how you'll report this in your log? Is this how the war went? Piling up one poor corpse beside the next?
No.
This was not an influenza-induced seizure. I've never seen symptoms like these on the continent.
Neither have I. But the previous symptoms leading up to this attack were the same, indistinguishable from the epidemic.
No. There was something more vile in these reactions. Something primitive.
There have been numerous reports of mental breakdowns caused by the fever that accompanies the flu itself, Doctor.
Yes, but... I'd best take some samples of the blood for analysis.
I doubt you're here to test my bedside manners.
Ha! Alright. Now, can you give me some of that free medicine? First, unlock everything for me, please.
This is an unfitting place for the... I suspect it was more than intuition alone that led you to us. So, how might I be of service, Dr. Reed?
First, I didn't want to kill you because you questioned my authority, but I've come to stop the blackmail. You can't carry on with this. This is illegal. You can't carry on with this. I've come to stop the blackmail.
Insufferable blackmailing, Dorothy.
Doctor, you think your warnings scare me? I've stolen and plied, blackmailed and lied, but what else am I to do? I'm all these people have.
Pembroke, if you blackmail, the end justifies the means. Why not just Dr. Swansea? Why target Lady Ashbury?
Why Lady Ashbury? Why her of all people?
She's pristine and proper, all right. But that she-wolf in sheep's clothing murders the poor for sport. I have her where she belongs, and I'll milk her for all she's got.
Dr. Swansea is a sensible and honest man. He wouldn't have refused your friend's care at Pembroke.
It's easy for you to say, Doctor. These people cannot go to the police, nor to the hospital. They don't even speak English. They depend on me for everything.
So, the end justifies the means. Is that your defense?
I know you're kind, Doctor. Just another fine-heeled, silver-spooned gentleman who was given the world on a platter.
Ha!
You know nothing of poverty. Nothing of the shame, the hunger, the loneliness.
Hunger, check. Loneliness, check. Shame, check. Wait, did I already say shame? Poor, yes.
You've convinced me of the sincerity of your actions and their noble justifications. But all the same, blackmail is a crime, and it will stop, Nurse Crane.
So, are you going to turn me over to the authorities?
No. Hand and brace, I'm ending this right now. I want to end.
Nurse Crane, there is no question that the work you've done here is extraordinary.
Embracing.
But this dispensary is incapable of coping with the outbreak. It's only a question of days before the situation at hand will overwhelm.
She's trying to stab me.
It's my duty to put an end to this immediately.
Embrace.
I'm not ashamed. I did what was right.
Increase my embrace level now, please.
I saved lives and you took them. But we had so much in common, Doctor. Don't you see that?
I know we had so much in common, but you are actually trying to mess with a better equipped hospital. You are literally trying to destroy a hospital more better equipped than your own. Honestly, you should move the people that you have here over to the other one. I highly doubt that would make much difference. All you're doing is just... Murder time. You're not gonna kill me easily now. I'm on your level. I increased all my skills to the point where you hardly hurt me. Well, that hurt a bit actually. Now I'm fully healed within a few seconds. Dumbass. Oh, it's a 3-on-1. This is unfair. Recover stamina while quickly getting some health back. Gotta double tap in on him. I murdered 2 people, wait, not 1 person. I murdered many people before you, basically. You shot last second. You are so dead. Now my mesmer is higher, right? Yeah, level 2. But look, there's many places that there's many things that she could have done to make life better for almost everybody in this hospital. Like, she could have easily have gone anywhere else and helped everybody in this hospital. But no, she decided to stay here. Like, you couldn't think beyond what you were doing. Like, this guy's dead. Like, look, blood on his bed. Nobody in that bed. Nobody in that bed. Nobody in that bed. Literally, there's nobody in here. No point. There's only 1 person there. And the Pembroke is still open.
Hello, Mr. Petrescu.
Hello, Dr. Reed. Come on in.
You are fine with me still.
If you want to talk to Dorothea, you must go across the courtyard and take the stairs.
We've not been formally introduced. May I ask your name and occupation, sir?
I am Darius Petrescu. I'm here to keep snitches and spies away from Dorothea. And I also run this little print shop.
Goodbye, Mr. Petrescu.
Poor man. I'm not gonna kill him. I killed too many innocent people. I might as well just stay at Mesmer too. I'm only gonna use it whenever I really need to. I'm not gonna kill anybody else. I feel kinda bad after a while. But she could have done so much better for those people. But at the same time, maybe those people feel like Pembroke isn't a place for them, and they want to stick with locals instead.
I cannot enter.
I don't know. I hear babies once in a while. That creeps me out. Like, don't kill the baby, damn it. Sorry, that.
This is despicable.
Come on. Need 1 more unfilled, right?
Thirst for blood.
Come at me, mortals. My eyes broken. Where is she? Get off of me. I had to deal with so many of you at the house already. What is that? I'm gonna eat. Wow, he kind of got launched slightly. Large beast. 2 hit. 6 levels above you, you're dead. So no wonder I died so many times to that one level 16. It was 8 levels above me. And we were able to easily kill something that much higher than you as if you are smart. Hey, plus it was just a blinker, not a whole blinker scowl wolf man thing. I kind of feel like a shitter for killing her, but hey, I got Mesmer level 2. And I'm pretty sure there's certain options in dialogue that would allow me to use my Mesmer. And Moss, well, are there good and bad endings in this game? There is one, okay. There's 2 things that I want, well no, one thing I would want to search up when it comes to Vampyr is there a good and bad ending? That's it. Because, no. That's definitely the mistress of the dog. Is she actually fighting him? Please don't tell me. Is she winning too?
Human blood. Whoever left these marks did so deliberately.
Kill it, boy!
No! No! No, 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 no. Why? You guys gonna hurt me so much. Recover. Do this, get one boy off me. Okay, you're a boss. Okay, I'm healing with my stem. I'm not really risking. Okay, one down. Okay, heal. Heal. You stupid dumbass! I was pressing both L1 and D-pad simultaneously too. And I heard the stem. I had. No, you can't possibly be that dumb. You. Oh my fucking god. Just don't bring me into another boss fight. Like, well, no, it's probably just gonna constantly keep bringing me into that damn boss fight, actually. But there's nobody in her care. And also, I'm not 50% sure that Pembroke isn't charging people other than Pippa. If Pippa does charge people, I will want to kill her so much. Yeah.
Human blood. Whoever left these marks did so deliberately.
You gotta be kidding me. Just die! I almost died instantly. for the boss. Toby. Toby dead. Oh, 50 shieldings. You're dead. You're all alone. All I have to do is be careful from here. And I could just easily loop. Wait a minute. Just another person? Wow. Never mind, I can't easily loop him. Alright, let's see. Pretty sure I can easily. Oh, they get back up. You're acting so frantic. Let's see what I got from that kill. There's scowls nearby. Oh wow. Want me to step in? That's a level 18, it's like 8 levels ahead of me right now. But see, this is what I mean. I'm easily able to just loop a scout just by putting it in a corner and then looping the attacks with the stun.
I'm sure Albert would like to know he's been accepted. Didn't matter wet food, boys.
Which one's Albert? Albert Palmer. Lowering the stamina would be good, but increasing my stun to 21 would be good anyways. I think the efficiency would be best to upgrade more, to be honest. Good handle part and light rods. Alright. I could easily upgrade my one of my guns. Probably my common Lupera. $264. That's a pretty good amount. Switch to fire damage, best used against beasts and vampires. Switch to chemical damage, best used against humans. That is powerful. Increased shock. Okay, I'm gonna add damage or reload time. I think reload time would kinda hurt me a lot, so I'll go for reload time. And plus there's a damage one right here, but I'm most likely gonna go for damage, well, shock. Now what's over here? Oh, my hatchet takes common. That sucks. I'll sleep too, so we could evolve. There's a lot I could do here. $2,000. Hit. Definitely increasing these two abilities. Level 15 now. Two seconds, 5 seconds, plus a hit absorb, which I'll probably go for this one because I get hit a lot. Blood barrier. 5 seconds plus 2 hits get absorbed. This one will make it 10 seconds and 3 hits, and 2 hits recovery in 5 seconds. Probably this one for me though. Rage, defensive. More blood. More health. No, no, not enough for more health. Alright, that's fine for now, I guess. Shadow Veil. No, I could probably get a tactical actually, right? Spring. I wanted spring anyway, so. Spring, blood barrier, claws, Archo, Fadgy, and rage. I could easily get. No, I can't. Never mind. Okay, confirm. $5,000 points down the chain pretty quickly. Wait, when did she die? Oh, wait, yeah, not when. She died by the, critical. Hostile? So many diseases. Pneumonia, bronchitis. So many diseases I could probably not cure easily. Give me a minute and see what I could do. I could actually cure bronchitis, so. Okay, wait, what else is there? Please make it easy on me. Okay, go this way. Pillars. Got it. Alright. Whitechapel. That would take. Got it. Anemia. Anemia. One, 2, 3. Get 3. If I cure all the diseases in this area, I could probably get better with them. I think I already crafted pneumonia. Fatigue. Already have fatigue. You know, just get one of everything. I think I have max. Okay, I have max of all medicine. Upgraded the shotgun, upgraded the bat. I could go to Milton and upgrade my shotgun again, actually. Then maybe I could incorporate it.
Good evening, Will.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
Yes, for now.
I'd like to see your goods.
Wise choice, Dr. Reed. A reliable gun is what everybody needs these days.
You do not have good trigger part. Okay. It's at least good to know. Huh, I did not see that. $15 stun. This is at grade too. Good loot pair. The loot pair would be used whenever I run out of time to stab. This is already better. I get stamina consumption. It's pretty terrible, but like its stun is very good. And if I just increase its decrease stamina consumption, then maybe it would actually be way better. Sodium hypochlorite solution. Save for that. I'm gonna go back into Whitechapel willingly too. I could actually one-on-one any enemy in this district because of my level now. I'm out. I'm not doing this with those enemies. I have a lot more abilities now. Where is she?
It's locked, all right.
It's gonna be a while to get them to like me again. Hey, I got a cure for pneumonia.
Good evening, Mr. Petrescu. What are you doing here?
I could ask you the exact same question, Mr. Doctor. Now leave me alone.
How do you feel, Mr. Petrescu? Do you need my help?
I would not even accept fresh water from you, Doctor. I don't need your help.
Yes, you Please, take this. You'll feel better.
I said I don't want anything. But I'll keep this for those who really need it.
Goodbye, Mr. Petrescu.
Good evening, my dear colleague.
Goodbye,
Healthy.
Miss Swanworth. Perhaps we'll talk again.
So I found the merchant, I found the person I need.
It's locked.
Alright.
Joe, please, I don't have your money.
You are suffering from fatigue,
You never
sir.
lose your focus, do you?
No, you're not.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Lewis.
Sorry, Mr. Lewis.
You again? What do you want this time?
Goodbye, Mr. Peterson. Good evening, Harry. May I come in?
Sure. Sure. Even my dreams are soaked with gloom.
So, may I ask you a few questions?
I'm not bothered. What could be worse?
Do you need any medical help, young man?
Yes, I do. I feel so tired. I don't know if it's the epidemic, but everything seems so hard.
You'll feel better with this. But you need to get a grip, young man. Medication alone won't cure melancholia.
I'm not sure I'm happy with the idea of living long in a world like this. But I thank you for your concern, sir.
Goodbye, young man. Take care of yourself.
Is there only pain and suffering?
Don't be shy, handsome. What can
Oh no, a flapper.
I'm not looking for what you're selling. But I'd like to ask you a few questions, if I may. I'm a doctor. Dr. Reed.
All right then, but be quick. Though I usually get paid when I open my mouth.
Do you need any assistance, Miss Popper?
It depends on the price of your medicine.
Give.
Shocked that you would think I am that sort of man.
Forgive my suspicion. I'm so used to liars with good manners. Thank you, sir.
Goodbye, miss. Take care of yourself as best you can. Good evening, Mr. Whittaker.
His father.
Don't you fear getting...
Faith gives me all I need.
No doubt your faith will prevail, but let me give you some extra protection against the devil's work. Medicine.
Blessed be your generosity, my son.
I have heard enough for tonight. Goodbye.
My game is lagging a bit. Clayton?
Good evening, Doctor.
Fatigue.
Do you need assistance?
That would be no.
If you persist in investigating the most pox-ridden boroughs of London, you must accept the risks.
Thank you, sir.
Goodbye, Mr. Darby. Farewell.
I'm trying to at least get the burrow outside of the scary critical condition. I want to see if I want to see something.
Good evening, Mr. Nithercott.
And good evening to you too, my good sir. Can I be of any help?
Do you need medical attention, sir?
It may be wise to let you prescribe me something. I don't feel like I should.
I understand your appetite for words and macabre beauty, sir. But you should be more careful.
The nutrition of my mind is more important than my physical health. But I appreciate your concern, sir.
I'll leave you alone, sir.
Benjamin Palmer and Albert Palmer.
It's locked, all right.
I don't need my head out at the moment.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Very difficult to find. Oh, found him. Found him.
Good evening, Ben. Can I help you?
I'm afraid not, Mr. Reed.
I'll give.
You don't seem well, Benjamin. Do you need any help?
I always feel ill, sir. It's like I'm never right.
I will see you later. I have found a very interesting letter. Your son planned to prove his worth to the gang by stealing your medicine.
Oh, I see. So that little bugger thought he could use his dad to build a reputation.
The gang's recruiter was dead when I found him. Perhaps you should take better care of your son.
I love my Albert, sir. Believe me. It's just... well, I'm an arsehole, I suppose. Anyway, thanks for the letter. This is for your trouble.
A gun, alcohol, and a bad temper make a terrible cocktail, sir. Goodbye for now. How are you, boy?
I'm not your boy.
Do you need assistance?
Please. I'm feeling tired these days.
There you go. Let's hope nobody steals it from you.
Very funny.
Goodbye, young man.
Alright, I helped almost everybody in this district. I'll try probably playing this in my free time just so I could get the critical or the suspicious out of the critical, then the what is the second state after before critical? Okay, stable, serious, stable, healthy. I at least want it to be above stable. Tiny bit. Just a tiny bit above stable. Or stable. Because that's what Pembroke is. It's stable. I could give these two people. Don't want to be hostiles with anybody quite yet. I think my game lagged out. Well, I guess this is a good place to stop anyways. So, I guess see you later. I'm gonna go to sleep in the game after this, hopefully, if it doesn't lag me out. And, yeah.